Michael Bostic-Jones, 11th grade U.S. History, William M. Raines High School.
You guys, getting all that copied? You logged on?
I was actually in sales for a long time, fresh out of college, and I was a lead trainer, and I was down on a sales call down in Tampa, and I ran into a guy who was actually a principal who liked my disposition, liked my demeanor, and he actually just threw it out there and made a comment that I should think about teaching. And in thinking about it, he left me with a very strong statement that kind of bothered me until I actually pursued the career, which was how many African-American male teachers did I have growing up as a youth.
Japan has attacked us, and now, once you attack the Americans, what happens now?
We got to go to war.
More black men needed to go into education to kind of show themselves, to make their presence felt in the field of education. And so I took my test and I got my certification, and I've been full-fledged teach ever since then, and it's probably one of the best decisions I've ever made.
Are we quick to want to jump in a European conflict?
Mm-hmm.
Are we quick to want to jump in an Asian conflict?
Gotta worry about ourselves first.
There you go. So,
It's just like a fun learning environment, and it's just fun to be around, really.
He's a phenomenal teacher. He knows how to hold a student's attention. He's very helpful. He loves his job. He loves the kids in his classroom. And honestly, he's a very respectable teacher. Like they say, when you give respect, you get it back. But with Mr. Jones, it just comes automatically.
1935, FDR puts in place the first act, which says to prohibit any American from selling arms to countries at war.
With history, sometimes you can find your areas where it's not as engaging or entertaining. I wouldn't say engaging, but entertaining. And to make it engaging, what you want to do is make sure you keep a lot of versatility.
You're going to answer these 7 questions. You have 3 maps in front of you. I want you to discuss.
I like to keep a very fast-paced environment. By having such a fast-paced environment, you don't have a lot of time for the idle downtime. A lot of my kids know that I migrate a lot, so they don't want to have the wrath of Mr. Jones sometimes. And so they kind of stay on task. And just to keep them having fun, keep them engaged, and make sure I utilize all my time during the class period is one way to keep them locked into me.
So 3,000, use the scale. So that looks about 1.5 inches.
I love the kids. The kids keep you entertained, the multitude of personalities, strengthening young minds, helping to encourage and to motivate them to see their growth from even the beginning of a school year to the end of a school year, or from a grade to the next grade. You can see such a maturation process take place in a lot of these kids. And that's something I probably get the most kick out of, knowing kids who when I looked at the first day of school, they looked at me with skulls in their face and probably didn't want to hear anything I had to say until when I look at them 9 months later and I see the progress and the growth they made, both academically, but one thing I like to push with kids is also them personally. Smiles on their face. A lot of times, just seeing them become more goal-oriented, seeing them become happier, and that's what I get most rewarding out of it, is just seeing the growth of the children.
Would you send your son to go fight a war
If you want to.
in Belarus? Remember, a lot of times they're being drafted. There's not no if he wants to. A lot of them they're drafting kids.